What up? Side 11 here. Today is Monday, Moon Day, March the 3rd, the 21st of 2022. And today I got a very important, powerful presentation for you today. We're talking about the Caduceus of Hermes, energy alchemy, positive and negative, how our forces, our internal natures come together to create energies and natures that we externalize and show to the world, and how these things can be made balance of and created into higher natures. That's why we have the planet Mercury, because that's a higher form of information. Because this stuff is not really hard to understand. All you need to understand is that for the most part, the sun, this represents your individuality, how you see something, your sender. It's like a vitalizing energy. It's like your sparker. So how are you going to individually do something? And then your moon is your feeler. It's your feeling. It's your receiver, your container. In realizing. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're mineralizing. What are you mineralizing yourself with? What kind of thoughts are you planting in your feelings? Because your feelings, it's what is, because your sun, your masculine nature, it protects your feminine nature. That's what your solar plexus is. It's what you see into the world. It's not necessarily your ego, but it's the way of your being. And sometimes your solar plexus can go too far with your Mars energy, and you can create aggressive natures and ego natures and things like that. But that's another topic. So when we look at here, we have the staff of Hermes right here. And it's not really even the staff of Hermes. We're basically just using symbolisms to point to certain energies inside of us that come together and create energies. And we can observe this in a lot of areas in life as well. And we can observe this in ourselves and in other people. So this is what we call drawing a monad, and dividing and understanding different sections and how things interact and relate and correlate together. So right here we have the fire nature, which is externalizing, masculine, left brain, you know what I'm saying, masculine energy. And then you have the right brain, water, internal, feminine energy. And these things come together in order to create a higher nature, which is a 3-point, which is basically just a triangle, which is just this up here. It's like a trident. It's like you being able to stand above your problems and your solutions, and you being able to create a bigger and a better idea. It's you being able to create and make sense with air and logic, not being lost in your masculine nature too much. So you're not externalizing, and you're not looking at other people's feelings necessarily, and you're not doing too much water. You're not internalizing. You know what I'm saying? Like if you look at the water signs like Cancer, like Pisces, like Scorpios, they be the ones in the feelings and things like that. And if you look at the left brain, those are the Sagittarius, Aries, Leo. And if you look at the air element, that would be like the Libra, what do you call it? Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. And those things work together because we're all different pieces of the pie. But those are all energies that we have, and depending on our internal natures, how the 360 or source printed us out to be when we came to this realm and this dimension, then that will depend on you. But this is right here, it's just like a universal principle that you can look at as well. And we can even look at the Bible as well. The Bible tells us that Adam and Eve came together and they created the generations thereafter and of. So basically, that's not an allegory about mankind, because nobody actually knew there was Adam and Eve. Like it was literally just a story that they wrote and they passed down from Gilgamesh, Egypt, and all type of places. Because when we see Jesus with the sun behind them, we see that depiction in so many other religions, like even the Hindu gods, sometimes even the Egyptian gods, the Mayan gods. You have to understand what it really is, because it's all pointing to a deeper understanding. We're all connected and we're all related, but we have to understand where we come from, because that's what makes us different, is our internal natures. We're not all made the same. We don't all have the same skills. So we just got to be in our own arena and we can all flourish. But let's put that aside for a second. So Adam and Eve, Adam, of course, being your masculine nature, your left brain, Eve, your right brain nature, and these create your hybrid generations. And what that really means in the Bible is that these are your thoughts and feelings and what you create from what you get stuck in, whether it's your feelings or your masculine. So the generations that come after are what you are mentally attached to from a left brain and a right brain perspective, from a fire triangle and a water triangle. Where do you put your mind? Where do you point your snakes, your thoughts and feelings, your lines? Because these things travel throughout time and create experiences and create memories and create travel. So whenever you entangle those forces, whenever you entangle those energies, you get stuck in time. You get basically divided, essentially. Like you start dividing yourself, your attention. You start dividing your attention, and you start giving those energies to things that you don't need to. So when you learn to control your Adam and Eve, your left brain and right brain, to balance yourself out and not go to either extremes, you start to produce good generations, good sons and daughters, not like Cain's and things like that. And you don't end up getting a Job cloud up your head and not believing in yourself, not believing who you are, getting lost in how someone else sees you, and losing your thoughts and feelings. Your powerful thoughts and feelings get killed, your powerful generations, and then boom, you go back down another level. Because this is like the first level, actually, of like you could say the Kabbalistic system, all those systems, the Sumerian systems, all those systems, they all just basically just came from these, and it's all the same thing. But in every some book, we just put it in that, and they just put it in allegories, basically. But it's really everywhere. But you just have to be able to see it and connect it. So those are also Kabbalistic symbols here: Mercury, Moon, Sun. The Sun and the Moon connect together your thought and your feeling. And if they get married and they get married and they're able to work together, so the Sun, the individuality, the ego, the sender, the vitalizing one, if it can be contained and mineralized, feeling received, Moon feeler, if your thoughts, feelings, your internal woman can receive your Sun, your masculine energy, then they can both get married and create Mercury, then create an information, an observation of the mix. You being able to create logic and observing those two pair and not getting lost in them, because you're not your thoughts or your feelings. You're just the evolution of those things and the observer of those things. And because you're creating points with your mind, so you're basically traveling. So you're going here, boom. I want to eat at this place. The problem, do I want to drive there? So you feel about that. Is that worth it? Okay, I don't need to do that because tomorrow my friend's gonna give me a ride. So boom, you don't get lost in that. Some people just get stuck there. They start feeling about that. I want a burger, but I don't know. So so they keep thinking the thoughts and feelings can get married, so they can't even use their gut feeling. So yeah, man, this is the Caduceus of Hermes right here. So as you already saw that. The triangle, the idea of problem, and the solution. So obviously the idea of resisting the fire. What do you want to do? Your desires. You're not upset, but you can point those desires to good things. The problem. What should I do? Water element. I don't know what I want to do. Just because women are indecisive, so your right brain is indecisive because it's very creative and it connects to a lot of things. And then boom, these things can get married together. They can create air solutions. Boom. So now you're like a different type of person. Now you don't get stuck in ideas or problems. Now you got solutions to everything you see, because you're not stuck. You're not stuck in someone else's system. You're not stuck in someone else's morality. And this is basically right here, the ether field that you create when you were able to mix those things together. So that's like a travel. It's like your spirit traveled through that, and that became like a mini soul inside of you. And that became like an energy access, like a mentality that you created inside of you. And boom, and even that has a higher level, which I'm gonna have to present to you guys on the next video as well. I don't know which next videos are gonna be, but yeah, outside, man. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'm gonna see you all in the next video indefinitely.